Now it is very important. It is very important. See, Niguma, they say she was very elusive, the elusive Dakini. She hardly interacted with people, and people don't know who her teachers were. They just know of a gentleman called Lavapa. They just know of a gentleman called Lavapa. So here we are. Now let's clear this mess. The relationship between Dakini Niguma and Naropa. See, first, Tibetan texts say Naropa was from Jambu. Jambu, that is Achamba. The Achambo. That is Achambo village next to Sikandra, and it is next to Kumar and the Netula temple, Niguma's temple. It is very close to Netula or Niguma's temple. Now, Achambo is around 4 or 5 kilometers away from Pach Mahua, which is the Tibetan Peme. That is Niguma's home. So, most probably, now the proximity between Achambo, which is Naropa's home, and Peme, which is Niguma's home, means they were most probably husband and wife. They were most probably husband and wife. Now, why did Naropa, after 8 years of living with her, they both decided to divorce. They both decided to divorce. So, Naropa, why did they divorce? Now, this is a very important question. Why did they divorce? Now, if you read the story of Naropa and Tilopa, now this is my view, I may be wrong, but since I'm on the ground and I'm seeing things on the ground, and the Tibetans are in the Himalayas, scattered over the Himalayas, just reading Tibetan texts only. Now I'm on the ground. See, I've shown you the distance between Naropa's birthplace and Niguma's birthplace. Now, what happened was, as Dakini, when Naropa got himself educated, a Dakini told him that unless he got the teachings from Tilopa, his teachings weren't perfect. So he goes in search of Tilopa, and Tilopa bestows, when he finds Tilopa, Tilopa bestows 12 hardships on him. And one of the main hardships is Tilopa asked him to bring his wife, and Tilopa conjugated with his wife. He had sex with his wife right in front of Naropa. And Naropa cooperated. Now, the fact that Naropa lived with her for 8 years, why did they divorce after 8 years? Was it because of this? That she had been used by a different male, though it was with permission of Naropa. In fact, Naropa brought her for that. They divorced. Was Niguma a very strong-willed lady? She felt used. So the two divorced. See, the Tibetans haven't gone deep into this issue. Anyway, Niguma, it is very hazy from where she got the teachings. And it is very hazy about her relationship with Naropa. Now, Naropa was very friendly with her. No doubt she was very friendly with Naropa, and both of them, people are not sure whether she was his spouse, his wife, or she was his consort. Anyway, whatever the case was, but it is a fact that they remained friendly. So one guy called Gunther, he says that Niguma was the caste name and she was his wife. So this is a very strong possibility. This is my view. And I have given the reason why the two must have divorced, but they still remained very good friends. They still remained very good friends because it seems Naropa, she got a lot of most of her teachings from Naropa, because both their Tibetan texts say that both their autobiographies are very similar. So it seems she got a lot of the teachings from Naropa, and she went to her home, that is Netula, and in Netula she became Netula Mai. Now she became Maha Siddha in her own right, a very powerful Siddha. And in fact, now see, Naropa, whoever came searching for teachings from the Buddha Vajradhara, Naropa would send them to Niguma. Naropa sent Marpa twice to Niguma. Naropa sent others to Niguma. Now, why was Naropa sending people to Niguma? Because most probably he loved her and he knew Naropa was very busy. He was very popular in the entire area. So he had people, fighting with each other to gain his attention. So basically, to lessen the pressure on himself, since she had taken all his teachings, she had transmitted all his teachings from him, most probably from him, he would send his people who wanted teachings, he would send them to Niguma, in which you have Marpa, and then you have Nagatso Lotsawa, Khyungpo Lotsawa. So basically, this is, I personally think, and I may be wrong, but I personally think that Niguma and Naropa were man and wife. Thank you. Niguma's family relationships are similarly slippery, particularly when it comes to a connection with Naropa, her contemporary and a great adept, whose teachings on the six dharmas learned from Tilopa spread widely in Tibet. The names of her parents, given alone above by Tan, are indeed the same as those of Naropa in his biography in the Kagyu Golden Rosary by Latsun Rinchen Namgyel and are similar in other biographies. Those same biographies tell the story of those parents' first child Sri Janana and how they had to perform special supplications for a male child after her birth. We also have the name of Naropa's wife, Vimal or Vimal Deep. Anyway, sister, in a sort of tantalizing tantric gossip, alas, it may be the great translator Herbert Gunther who started the trend. In his introduction to life and teachings of Naropa, he makes a most puzzling allusion. Naropa's wife seems to have gone by her caste name Niguma, and according to the widely practiced habit of calling a female with whom one has relation sister, she became known as the sister of Naropa. Now, basically, I have a different, totally different theory, which I will share with you on the satellite picture. Now, let's see the relationship of Naropa with Niguma. Now, I have established the fact that Maa Netula is in Kumar, that is your Kashmir, is actually Niguma, and her Peme is Pach Mahua. Up here you have Ramdi Chitauni. Chitauni means to scatter gold, and over there you have Pir Handa. Pir Handa is where she made Khungpo Naljor, the Tibetan Khyungpo Naljor, drink her pee. And what do you call it? Here you have Ramdi Chitauni, where Khungpo Naljor gave her 500 sarangs of gold. So she was born here in Pach Mahua. Now, where was what do you call it? Naropa born? See, the Tibetan texts say he was born in Jambu. Jambu is a mispronunciation of Achambo. And in other texts, they say that he was born in a village in Kashmir. What do you call it? So here is your Kashmir, folks. I feel like laughing whenever what do you call it? I see this. Now this is your Kashmir. This is Achambo. Now this is Naropa's birthplace. This is Niguma's birthplace. So it's automatic. What do you call it? I would personally say.
So now, folks, you can enjoy your new discovery of Niguma's temple. Niguma's temple. It's a swanky, what do you call it, marble temple, folks. This is the what do you call it, sanctum sanctorum of Niguma's temple, where Niguma's soul is supposed to reside. Niguma's soul is supposed to reside in this temple, and this is the sanctum sanctorum. We pray, Biharis pray to her. So, folks, this is Indian Buddhism with me. Let's all say Niguma Mai, Netula Mai ki jai ho. Come on, Tibet. Come on, entire Tibet. Come on, Ladakh, Leh Ladakh, Sikkim, Bhutan, Nepal, Tibet. With me, repeat, Niguma Mai ki jai ho.